keep it 100 with me. You ain't gotta lie, just to ride, being real. You should try to just keep it 100 with me. Should never be hard to be real when you keep it 100 with me.
Okay folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over the must-have items for your BMW E60. Now, as many of you guys know, there's many E60s out there, but a lot of you just go and buy a lot of them without noticing what spec you should be going for and what things you should be getting on your BMW E60. So I'm going to show you when you go to buy a BMW E60 to make sure your car has all the options, because as I say, BMW is a luxury car and there's no point having a BMW with only half the equipment or half the package it's meant to come with, especially on M Sport. So I'm therefore going to go over all the items I believe you should have and must have on your BMW E60 when you go to purchase it, or what you can retrofit even now if you don't have it on your BMW E60. Okay guys, so as you'll see here, this is the memory seats option. Now, as many of you guys are aware, this comes on a lot of the comfort seats as well as the sport package seats, as you see here, as we would call it the sport package, as the US get offended when I call it M Sport, so we'll call it a sport package. So we get the seats with the M Sports, and obviously you want to make sure when you're buying a BMW 60 is just to have the memory seats, and this is a must-have item. And the reason I say that is purely because obviously if you're going to be letting your partner drive, or you drive, it will change the seat position, and also the steering wheel, which I'll show you in a minute, which has got the electric steering wheel. That goes into the pictures, and the same for the seats. When you open it by the different key fobs, especially if you've got two and your missus has got one and you've got one, it will change it back to the position so you don't have to keep moving the seats backwards and forwards, which I believe is a must-have feature on your BMW, and I believe it's one of the greatest features they ever made on many cars in Germany because of this reason, because you don't want to keep changing the seat position. So this is a must-have feature if you're looking to purchase a BMW E60 and you're going to be having two of you drive it. So make sure you do get it the memory seats, and all you're going to do is when you want to memorize your seat position, once you've got it pressed, once you've got it in your position as well as the steering wheel, is you just want to press the memory, then you want to press what number you want your one on once you've got it all adjusted the way you have it. And that's the same for the second driver as well, so that way it always remembers your driving position as well, because if you do go to a car wash, they'll change all your seats around, so you just press the button and it goes back into position. The next one on these guys is the electric steering column. Now, as you'll see here, mine's got the electric steering column, which most people, if you have electric seats, you will have that. You might also have another button here as well for the heated steering wheel. That can be retrofitted, that's not too hard. You just find a heated steering wheel and you can put the button in and wire it up to the swivel on here as well if you don't have it and you do want it. A lot of that comes on the new LCI models, but you can get it. But as I said, that's the electric steering column as well, which I just want to remind you with the key. If you do change it, the seat by the key position, it will adjust the steering wheel as well with the seats. It is a good feature to have, and like I say, when I purchased the E60, I made sure I got every feature possible on this car, and I made sure I got the correct year. Because of that reason, now the 530i's, especially on M Sport, will come with a lot of options compared to others. We'll go over the other options that you've got to be aware of, because a lot of it depends on what people spec'd at the time from the dealer, so we will go over that. But like I say, this one got very highly spec'd up, as you guys know, so we will show you the other features that I believe you should go for as well. The next one, guys, is the heated seats. Now, a lot of you probably already know, a lot of the M Sports already come with heated seats. Even some SE models, it depends on how it's spec'd. SE stands for, special edition, or you say the other word, SHIT edition, as many people call it here. But you'll get that full package, and like I say, most of them will come with heat seats, some will not. Just be aware of that, because sometimes you might get it and sometimes you won't. It's something you just got to be aware of, that you might get it and you might not. But like I say, the heated seat is an option again I wanted. And like I say, below 2006, the seat here has a tendency to overheat and blow the circuit, and it'll smell like burning in here. You guys would have known that already from my previous videos, that it ends up with a burning smell on the seats, so be aware of that. They did rectify it and change the heat map on the 06 and later ones. This has it. Just make sure you've got the heated seats and make sure they're all fully working as well when you go to buy them. But here's another option that I strongly recommend that you guys should and must have when buying a BMW, because heated seats is a luxury, and like I say, it's a luxury car. You don't want to be short of having the options on the package. The next one on this, guys, is their heads-up displays. You'll see there. Now, I searched high and low to make sure my 530i actually come with this, and it comes with it from factory. It is a factory fitted option, as many people don't believe, but I suppose people in the UK, if they really wanted to check, they've seen my video many times, they can check. This was factory fitted by BMW. This wasn't retrofitted in this car. I specifically went out to find E60 with the heads-up display, and as you guys know, you can see me coding the M5 stuff on this heads-up display as well. And like I said, it is fit. You can fit it on your normal car, you can retrofit it. I've got a video up showing you how to do that, but this is another option that I strongly suggest you guys do have. Like I say, you can get other features as well, but this is one feature that I actually really wanted because I know there's a lot of different coding options, and it just looks a lot nicer. Especially it can be used with the sat nav. You can see it all on the sat nav on the heads-up display, your speed, and obviously your cruise control and everything else on there as well. So it is worth having. You can also sync up the phone to have phone calls come through there, where people can then see the who's calling. You can also have the messages come through. So it is something I highly recommend having, is the heads-up display option. And like I say, it is in the screen here, it just bounces off onto the windscreen. If you do have your windscreen changed, make sure you do get a proper windscreen for the heads-up display, because if you mess up and you get the wrong windscreen, what will end up happening is your heads-up display won't end up working, and it won't bounce off the reflection off the windscreen. That's what a lot of people end up doing, changing the windscreen on these cars, and then they realise their heads-up display don't work. The next one, guys, and a lot of you probably are wondering why I'm showing you the iDrive, and this is purely because on these years you can get them in mask, and you can also get them with the normal widescreen iDrive. Now, I went out specifically looking for one with a widescreen iDrive, and I did just that. That's purely because there's no point in having a small screen, as you'll see probably around in just a little box, and it only has OBC, which is onboard computer and things like that. This one has the navigation, the communication, the climate, and the entertainment. Now, with being the benefit of this, one, it's worth more, two, it gives you a lot more features, which I'll be showing on the membership, guys, when we get it. I'll be showing you a lot of things that you can code it in, which you guys haven't seen, and what you can do with this, which you can have Bluetooth music control on this as well, if you ain't got a Bluetooth music control on the CCC. We are going to be upgrading this to CIC, which I know a lot of you are looking forward to as well, which we're going to be doing. We're also going to be doing the LCI retrofit to this car on the headlights and the tail lights, which we're going to be doing. But this is one thing we're going to be doing first, which is the CIC, which is something I highly recommend, that if you're going out to buy a BMW 60, try and avoid any with a small mask screen. They are not worth it, and it's useless to go and buy a luxury car and end up with a mask screen. A lot of 525D, 525R will come with that, but you can get them with the widescreen iDrive. I know the E61 wagon comes with mostly the widescreen iDrive, especially in M Sport, but the SE ones will come with a small mask. So just be aware of that, and make sure you get them with the widescreen iDrive because of that reason. Next one on these, guys, as you'll see right here, is the aux cable. Now, as you see on 06, this comes factory fitted to the car. Now, before that, they didn't come fitted to the car. This is another reason why I picked an 06, because it already comes factory fitted with the aux cable. Even though you can retrofit it and plug it where you want, to be fair, you do want it factory fitted. So that's what I did. That's why I went for an 06. So I had the aux cable fitted already, so I didn't have to worry with that. This one comes with it, as you see there, and it's something that I believe that if you're going to purchase an E60, these days, there's no point trying to go for an 05. These cars ain't that expensive to have to go for an older model and then have to do all the retrofits. You can get these cars with aux cable from 06, 07, they all come with it, and it is a lot better. If you've got the CIC, you have the USB as well to download music to, which then you won't need the aux cable. But if you're going for an 06, around the 06 mark, make sure it comes with the aux cable fitted, because it is a must-have. And not that, if you don't have Bluetooth either, you can stream it just through the aux cable. So I do believe it's a must-have feature on the BMW E60, and one of the reasons why I went for 06, to make sure it was fitted in the car when I purchased it, so I didn't have to go retrofitting it and make the car look like absolute shambles, like a lot of people do when they retrofit the aux cable. So the next one, guys, and the last one, is the CD changer. Now, many of you will be asking, why am I showing you a CD changer? But this is for a simple reason. With the CD changer, you can actually take this out and plug in a Dention Gateway module and make it run with your iPod and have Bluetooth music streaming, which will then show up on the iDrive. You'll be able to see all the songs and all the tracks and be able to skip them. What a lot of people don't know is, if you don't have the CD changer, it's very hard to be able to do that, because as you guys know, these are on the MOST network, which run on the fiber loops. Then you have to start blanking it and everything else to try and get it to work with the Dention Gateway. Now, with the CD changer being fitted, you can do that very, very easily. Just take it out and plug the Dention Gateway in, and you have all your music tracks on there. That's again something I want to do on this car and show you guys how it works really well on this. We're going to retrofit and I'm going to show you, but I do believe if you are going to buy an E60, make sure you get it with the CD changer. Most of them do come with it if it's M Sport, purely because of that reason, just because you want to have that to be able to change over to the Dention Gateway unit, to be able to have all your music on the screen from your iPod, which you can leave your iPod in the glove box. You get a lot more features on it as well, which I'll show you if we get it, and I'll fit it all up and we'll show you how it works on the iDrive. But it can make it like the CIC. So for instance, CIC loads the music and shows you all the tracks. The Dention Gateway can do the same just by removing the CD changer. But the CD changer is a great option to have, and therefore it does come fitted on a lot of BMWs. Some of them may not. Like I said, if you've got the mask, you won't have it. But if you do have M Sport, you will have it definitely in your glove box. Okay guys, so as you already seen there, I've gone over all the parts I believe you must have on your BMW E60. Now, this isn't for everyone. These are the parts I specifically went for when I purchased this car, and it was something that I looked out for before I purchased it. Yes, you can get the soft closed doors. Yes, you can get the CIC fitted on a lot of them already, but they've been retrofitted because a lot of the E60 didn't come with it unless it was the business edition. So if you do have it on a lower year, it means it was retrofitted. You can get other features as well on the car. That's all on the LCI models. You will not get any more options on the pre-LCI, and that's purely because they didn't fit all the options to the pre-LCI because they couldn't. They changed all the systems around on the LCI models, and that's why a lot of you will say you've got this option, you've got that option. Yes, you will have. That's purely because you guys will have the LCI model. But if you do have pre-LCI, these are the top spec you can actually get. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe. Please like the video, and also my Instagram will be in the bottom of this whole video, as you guys will see. So please go and add me on Instagram as well. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
This one's from the heart. I made a promise to myself and my fam that I would go hard. Been through times, no cash, I'm a winning, no cash, I'm a card. And life situations have a man's mind frame scarred. But it don't stop me waking up in the morning thinking to myself, I will